Hello everyone, it's nice to see you all have joined us today at a webinar about how to effectively engage HCPs with the help of landing page. And now let us introduce ourselves. My name is Yanko and I'm Multichannel Development Manager. And today together with me is Tatiana Bashinska, who is a Lead Generation Manager at VISEVEN.
How do you think Pharma can build bridges with HCPs online? Now let us unveil some stats. According to a recent report from McKinsey & Company, 81% of physicians are dissatisfied with their interactions with biopharmaceutical companies, and more than 40% no longer perceive a need for medical support from pharma. The report, titled Medical Affairs: Key Imperatives for Engaging and Educating Physicians in a Digital World, states that physicians' dissatisfaction is driven by a perceived lack of personalized, relevant content and appropriate communication channels.
Effective multi-channel strategy can boost top-line growth by more than 10% or reduce costs by 10 to 25% or both at the time, so that companies can build strong, long-lasting and stable engagement with their target audience.
To get high results from your marketing strategies, it means go multi-channel in 2018 and 2020. This is how it looks like. You create different types of content based on the already existing and approved templates, and push them via different available channels such as approved emails, landing pages, follow-ups, remote calls, interactive presentations, and surveys. Everything for successful and effective product promotion.
And this is a template of project execution within a multi-channel. First of all, you need to profile your audience. So how to profile your audience is the easy way is on the calls or in social networks or at some portals which are connected to your brand strategy. Then you create segmentation of your target audience, and the third stage is what channels are in place and what we automate.
Please have a look at the picture. Within VISEVEN, you can get not only landing pages, but all the content for all the other plenty of channels.
Creating landing pages is one of the key elements of comprehensive marketing strategy in pharma and sciences. Simply put, a landing page is an online web page that encourages the users to complete a short form by filling in some of their contact information, for example, a phone number or email address, and the others. These fields can also contain other pertinent information, such as the degree of need, and individual may indicate which particular product they need. While not mandatory, these pages often include some kind of incentive or premium, like access to a white paper, PDF document, or exclusive video, in exchange for providing your contact information again.
If you have ever launched a landing page, you may already know that sometimes they fail to convert. If you can't anticipate your website visitors' desires, needs, or expectations, conversion rates will suffer. Among the main mistakes are the following. The first one, unintuitive design. The second, poor headlines, disconnections between ads and landing page, unrecognizable calls to action, and distractions from the landing page's primary purpose.
According to Adobe, only half of all landing pages are mobile optimized. Mobile use is one of the fastest growing segments of the internet. If your page isn't optimized for mobile, your prospects are gone in seconds. And marketing experiments say that 48% of landing pages contain more than one. The first rule of landing page is one offer per one page. In fact, multiple offers can decrease conversion by up to 266%. And about the attention. The average human attention span decreased from 10 seconds in 2000 to 8 seconds in 2015. In those 8 seconds, the landing page should tell your visitors why they need to stay on your web portal and should not go to the web page of your competitors.
46% of people say waiting for pages to load is what they dislike the most about browsing the web on mobile. So always consider load time, regardless of device, just as much as traditional design elements. Watch your image size and compress any that are borderline too heavy. Sites that load in 5 seconds compared to those that load in 19 see 70% longer average sessions. The longer people spend on your pages, the more time they have to consume your content and actually convert. You work hard to build persuasive offers, so keep visitors on your landing pages by ensuring that they load quickly enough for them to see and actually understand your key messages.
And here comes the question, what sort of information should Pharma provide? Pharma can collaborate more closely with the National Health Services by providing high-quality content to HCPs via different channels. Such content could indicate data, evidence, and educational information, such as outcomes from workshops, conference highlights, clinical papers, and continuing professional development content. In most instances, Pharma already has much medically approved, clinically relevant, and compliant content at its disposal, such as clinical data, guidelines, and reports from joint work initiatives, which would be really valuable.
So now let us talk about some successful life hacks from our own rich experience in creating effective landing pages and micro websites for our pharma partners worldwide. First of all, content matters. It is one of the primary methods to convince your target audience to convert, the benefits of your product, your unique value proposition, and so on. If talking about content, we can highlight several main points. The first one is amount. The amount of copy could make or break the page, so never overload the page with lots of content. Make your landing customer-centric so that it speaks directly to your visitors. Avoid such buzzwords like new or improved, cutting edge, and innovative, as they do not mean so much to the reader. Online readers used to scan web pages, so try using various formatting techniques like bullet points, numerals, or lists to ensure that the most important information stand out.
The second valuable point after the content is unique value proposition. Every marketing team out there already knows the #1 selling features of their products and services, and the pharma market is no exception. Landing pages usually have a limited space, so choosing the right piece of information to share is imperative. While some products rely on statistical or quantifiable data in order to demonstrate their appeal, others rely on qualitative testimonials and human impact stories. This becomes especially interesting in the pharma market. Some companies will leverage an interesting statistics about the number of patients they serve, while others will choose to highlight patient testimony. So you need to identify the most convincing value proposition to place on your landing page.
Well, there are also some rules for visual elements on the page. They shouldn't just look pretty. Their main aim is to be relevant and assist in the conversion process. You can use a wide variety of visual elements to efficiently engage with healthcare professionals, but always keep in mind that visuals have to showcase products or product features, introduce employees or highlight customers, add human appeal or evoke emotion, tell a story about your brand, and of course, direct attention toward an important element like a CTA button.
And just a quick note, videos on landing pages are even more effective than images. iView Digital shows that adding videos on a landing page increases conversion up to 86%. The average visit to a web page containing video lasts almost 6 minutes, while the average visit to a site with just text and images lasts only 43 seconds. So I believe that's impressive.
GIFs make a good substitute for videos on landing pages. These are animated images and also great for explaining offers and are more interactive than images.
Next stop in our webinar is lead capture forms. They're something like a ticket for collecting information, but forms only work well if they are designed properly. To accomplish that, forms must, first of all, only require essential information. The amount of form filled depends on the market funnel stage, and the higher the funnel stage, the less information is typically requested, and vice versa. It is important to be properly organized so that it's easy for a visitor to complete. And the third tip is to be placed strategically on the page, and it is not always should be in the top because everybody scrolls.
Strong call to action should stand out above all the rest. Consider the following factors when designing your CTA button. Place the CTA after you have introduced and explained your offer or aim of the landing, so that is more likely that visitors will already be convinced to convert. Use white spaces to isolate the button and draw attention to it. When it comes to the size, it shouldn't be too small or too big. Moreover, a CTA button needs to contrast with the rest of your page, so check the color theory to choose a tint, shade, or tone to get the maximum attention. CTA copy can be a deciding factor in winning or losing a conversion, like submit, subscribe, sign up, or download.
And now let's talk about the trust indicators. So we suggest to use 5 common ways to add trust indicators to a landing page. And the first one is statistical evidence. When using this method, don't forget to indicate the source that generated the proof. The second is trust badges. Authority badges can include awards, logos, and many more. The third is customer testimonials. A recommendation from a satisfied customer within your target audience is one of the most powerful indicators that exists. Be sure that when you provide a review or a direct quote from somebody, that you provide as much information as possible, indicating the full name, therapy area, and some other information, as this makes the testimonial much more credible to the visitors seeing it. And the last is privacy policy. A privacy policy link is one of the very few exit links that marketers can indicate on their landing page. along with, for example, terms of service. That's because they help build trust by informing visitors in case their information will be shared. This link is typically added either below the lead capture form or in the footer.
People find landing pages by organic search all the time. Despite being trendy, it is not always crucial to optimize your landing page for SEO, as it depends on campaign duration and the main goal and the additional channels of promotion. But still, follow several rules to get a high conversion rate, like create unique texts, use relevant key messages, add meta tagging and different type of headings, and optimize your images.
Landing page mobile adaptation is very critical, as more than 70% of sessions are made from smartphones. Just be sure your landing page is tested on different devices before the launch.
Always remember about contact info. You can provide it in lots of different ways. You can put it your mobile number or email address on the loading page, or you can use a contact form. Customers have to easily find contact information, answers to frequently asked questions, and tutorials if needed.
One of the popular contact form types is the chatbot, and according to Oracle, 80% of brands plan to use a chatbot until 2020, so most of customers' interaction will be through a chatbot. What are the benefits? There are the live communication and higher engagement.
Statista says that Facebook remains the most popular social network. 94% of marketers choose Facebook. LinkedIn is chosen by 56% of marketers, and the Snapchat gets only 8%. If your brand is valuable in social media, just be sure to place social media buttons in the bottom of a landing page.
As landing pages are digital medium, we have huge amounts of performance data that can be analyzed to determine their effectiveness. A/B testing and making small changes can improve performance.
In order for your content to be really useful, you need to submit it at the right time, in the correct format, and through the correct channels. This is the meaning of multi-channel promotion, through a webinar, in a personalized message, in a presentation script, tailored specially for this doctor. And all this content remains useful and interesting. Omnichannel comes to pharma marketing with an improved approach. All channels interact with each other and represent a comprehensive brand promotion.
It is almost the end of our presentation, so now you can see the checklist of engaging a landing page. So the tips are: remove all distractions, reduce navigation, and keep your visitors focused. Align the ad message with the landing page message. Make it a single focus. Include a lead capture form or transition tool to immediately win new contacts from the page. Ability to measure conversion rate for the landing page. Ability to capture and record leads and associate them with the landing page. Ability to determine which source will lead to a conversion. And test rate with landing page messages, content, and design.
Do you plan to launch a landing page but cannot find the right agency? Contact us and our content production experts will create the effective landing page to meet all the requirements in time. VISEVEN is a full-cycle digital agency with a 10-year wide expertise of content development in the global pharmaceutical market. In joint partnership with over 30 life science customers around the world, VISEVEN crafts customized, top-quality content with a unique strategic approach that raises the bar for other content creators out there. We're proud that pharmaceutical leaders have already chosen our company and keep observing fairly good results such as enhancing new areas, optimizing budgets, and human resources.
So drop us a message at info@viseven.com to learn more, and we're really thankful for all of you who've joined us today. We hope you found this webinar useful and interesting. Have a nice day and contact us in case any content creation related questions are out there, or you just want to get to know more about the services our company provides. Have a nice day and a productive week ahead. Goodbye.